Welcome to another exciting edition of the Coffee and Cookie Show. I'm James.
And this is Terry. Before we start, three things. Smash that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment.
If we have comments, might not
If
have
we
comments.
allow you.
We have coffee here and cookies.
Yes.
We've been going through these not Hydrox, but Chips Ahoy, because they have
Ahoy.
a lot of chips, although mostly to one side if you look there.
Yeah, well, we switched it up because
Lopsided.
this one's on sale and the other ones are not.
What's today's subject?
So today we're going to talk about Apple TV shows. So Apple TV, for those of you who have it, there's some really great shows on there, and we're going to talk about it. Go through some. We're going to go through it very quickly because there are a lot of shows. And James just recently subscribed to Apple TV for a while, so he just binged through the whole thing. He knows a lot more than I do. I've seen some of it, not all of it. So we'll get quickly right into it.
Yeah, to preface, I did not subscribe to Apple TV originally, but when I bought my iPhone 15 about a year or so ago, they gave me a free sub. It was like, the drug whole, get your kid on crack and they'll stay on crack forever type thing, and that's what they did. So I had the free membership, and then after 3 months, said, it's only like $8 a month, and they raised the prices. But I went through it all instead of Netflix, and then I just canceled it for a while because I've gone through everything they have to offer.
Everything, literally everything. It's like kind of going through the entire internet. James went through the entire Apple TV. Yeah, he finished the internet. Okay, so some shows. Let's get into it. The first show is actually one of my favorite too, and James recommended it. Slow Horses. What do you think, James?
Slow Horses. That's I give that one a 10 out of 10 because that one checks every box. It doesn't try to be too preachy. It just is entertaining. A good spy thriller. Each season does not disappoint. I finished all 4 of them, so I would say out of all the shows right now, #1 pick.
It's based on books, in case of if you're interested in reading rather than watching TV shows. Second one, Silo. I saw this one too. I thought it was okay, but James, what do you think?
Silo, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's just entertaining, and it's all CGI, but it's convincing, a lot of it, and it just shows that if you put a lot of money into something, it's entertaining. It's just it's a fun show. It's not superb, won't win awards, but it's fun. It's a fun quest.
The next show is it's one that got a lot of love by the critics, but I watched a couple episodes, never latched on. Severance. What do you think, Jake?
You're missing out. Severance is another 10 out of 10. That one is just outstanding, and I cannot wait for a season 2.
And the next one, I didn't even know this is a show. Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny, I kind of gave it a 5 out of 10. It's got a very well-known actress right now. She's getting some love. The woman from Office, dates me. But it's just a robot, Japanese guy, businessman dies, gives his American wife a robot, and it's okay. 5, maybe even a 4. Not memorable, but kind of fun.
Next show, I didn't see this. I have not seen this one either. Palm Royale.
Palm Royale. It takes place in Florida, sunny Florida. It's got Kirsten Wiig, whatever, however you say her name. It's entertaining and got like not Rico Suave, but Living La Vida Loca. And the funny thing is the guy, it's like, dang, that guy's like 50-something and still looks like 40-something. But yeah, Ricky Martin. Yeah,
Doesn't look a day over 49.
I mean, still, credit to the guy. He's aged pretty slowly. So, but it's an entertaining show. It's kind of fun.
Next, I think this is a movie. I didn't see it. Presumed Innocent.
Nope, it's a series. Well, actually, I think it originally was a movie, but it's also a series. It's entertaining. It's kind of fun lawyer series with a twisty ending. I would say 5 out of 10.
Next one, I didn't know this is a show either. Constellation.
Constellation has begun.
Concentration.
Oh, I thought it was Constellation. If they hadn't built up so much to a season 2 and then not done a season 2, I would actually rate it higher. But because it depends on being resolved in season 2, which they're not doing, season 1 is kind of a letdown. So I would say 5 out of 10.
I didn't even know that there were more than one season. The next show, I watched a couple episodes. I thought it was okay. Masters of the Air.
Yeah, so you know, you had the original Saving Private Ryan as the movie, and then, gosh, what was the show called? Not Pacific, not the Pacific, but
Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers. And Band of Brothers was, the 10 out of 10. I read the book by that captain and a colonel that served in there. And that was great. And then they kind of did Pacific, and that was great, even though it didn't get the same love. Whole thing about, because it was sort of like getting DVDs were like being phased out, Blu-ray phased out. Anyway, short story long is that they try to go, all right, let's cover the air campaign in World War II. And a lot of great war stories and hero stories. Didn't do quite as well, but it's well made. A lot of CGI, of course, but I liked it, but I don't know. It's like it doesn't stick with me. It's like, oh, you got to see it. It's just sort of 7 out of 10.
The next one is, it's interesting because I watched a couple of episodes, never really latched on. For All Mankind, I love all the Apollo and I love all the space race stuff, but this one just didn't really grab me. James?
Well, you know, season 1 has this what if the Russians got to the moon, or the Soviets got to the moon before we did, how would that have changed the program? Would we have stuck with it longer? So it's kind of close, and they cover the, Apollo 9, where they kind of didn't land, or one of those early ones, and they shoulda, coulda, woulda type thing. But then as season 2 and 3 and 4 started getting more and far-fetched, building a base on the moon and then going to Mars and building a base on Mars, it starts to become more fantasy. However, I still think it's very entertaining, even though they don't know what to do with the Joel Kenrick or that guy, the main guy. It's like now they made him like 80. It's like, what do we do with this guy? We don't want to kill him off, but we've kind of like exceeded his lifetime. Oh, I should say a rating. 7 out of 10.
7. That's not too bad. Next show, I even know it's the show. Lessons in Chemistry. James, I didn't see it. What are your thoughts?
I almost didn't watch it because the previews didn't land me over. But Brie Larson and 1950s, sort of like inventing stuff. I don't know how much is historical. I don't know if any of it's historical, really, aside from the general idea. But yeah, it's like a woman has trouble being in that world of chemistry. It's all kind of male-dominated, and she like kind of fights. And then in TV, but it's got some really great moments, just touching moments with her and her daughter and stuff, and it's like, I liked it a lot. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. You like it so much that it's 6 out of 10.
Well,
okay,
but the 6 because of the moments, but the whole thing plot-wise, it's like, okay, it's a little sort of corny at times.
The next show was early with the Apple TV. I watched a couple episodes, never really latched on. A morning show. Did you watch the whole thing? How many seasons are there?
I think there's 4.
4.
I don't know if
New York City.
New York's get a rope. Yeah, it's kind of wins you over a while. The characters, they have Steve Carell for a while, and then Jennifer Aniston for a while, and Reese Witherspoon. So all those people together, they kind of make a very entertaining thing. It gets a little preachy at times, so that part is like, oh, come on, guy. You get eye rolling, but it doesn't just have that, so it's enough. 6 out of 10.
Funny, Reese Witherspoon, she's kind of like Tom Cruise. She plays like every single role in every single show. It's like Reese Witherspoon playing Reese Witherspoon playing Reese Witherspoon, right? Same person. So if you know her, just expect to see that in the show.
Sure.
Next one. Servant.
That's a fun show. It's gonna M. Night Shyamalan, whatever. And it's just entertaining. It's just kind of campy and corny and weird, and you don't know what's going on, but it's fun. I would say it's, and the thing I think they do well, very short episodes, like 25 minutes or something like that. So I think that helps them because like you don't get bored. It's very interesting, and then you binge. Like, oh, I gotta see what happens next.
Yeah, every episode. I think we watched all the seasons. How much? Like 4 seasons?
Yeah, I think 4.
4. Yeah. Went through it pretty fast. So that was a that is a good show.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I liked it a lot.
7 out of 10. I would give it a little bit higher. That's one of the ones that I actually binge watched. Next one, Pachinko. Books written about it. What'd you think, James?
I think the biggest problem Pachinko has is the name. I thought, I don't want to see about a little gambling arcade in Japan where they roll balls. It's like, that sounds so boring. And I thought that's what the premise, but it's a period drama that takes place in the early 20th century in Korea and Japan. And it deals with all of the persecution of the Koreans by the Japanese when they were kind of like bullying everybody in Asia. And it kind of deals with the 80s too, and it's still, the repercussions have still lasted like 40, 50, 60 years. So it's actually very serious and dramatic, and everyone's crying at the time. I liked it though, and they should have chosen a different title because I had no idea that's what it was about. I would say 7 out of 10.
Yeah, good. I never seen it. Based on your description, sad, everyone's crying, not my jam. If I want to cry, I just go to work. That's I didn't want to watch TV so I can cry.
Yeah.
Last show, I've never seen this one either. Dark Matter.
Yeah, man, we skipped one, which I can't even remember the name, but Dark Matter, it's entertaining. I think it's a good one and done. I hope they don't try and do it anymore. It's entertaining, but I would say 6 out of 10. It's good, fun sci-fi, but it's stuff that's been done in so many other shows over the years. 6 out of 10, maybe, yeah, 6.
6 out of 10. That's it for all the TV shows. I don't think I missed anything. Those are all the TV shows on Apple TV. Maybe we'll do one on top-rated TV shows on Netflix, or if we do one on Prime Video, that would be a very short segment from us. It's probably like one show.
Yeah,
that's
there's some. I mean, we probably will do that, but they just tend to like either do junk or cancel something that was good. Oh, that's Netflix though.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's our show for today. Apple TV, lots of content. Be sure to subscribe, smash a like button, and comment if we allow you to comment.